Hi, friends. This is Catherine with the Jazzyverse coming at you here from my local bookstore, Voyager Bookshop. So, today I am going to give you 5 awesome reasons why you should take a solo train trip, no matter what your age. If you love to travel, if you like meeting new people, if you're flexible and patient, and if you really want to see the real America, this video is for you. So, reason number one, when you fly, when you drive, and when you take other modes of transportation like a bus, you often don't see the back roads, the landscapes, all of the natural features which make America beautiful. You're usually on highways, you're up in the air, you might see a lot of billboards, but you don't see the back roads and trees and hills and valleys and mountains like you do with train travel. When you're in the train, you go through little towns, big cities, hills, mountains, prairies, just it's just gorgeous. And there's nothing quite like sitting back with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a bottle of water even and just watching all the scenery go by. It's really very relaxing, especially if you get a train with an observation car. Nothing like getting up at the crack of dawn, sipping your coffee, sitting back in that car, and just watching the U.S. go by. It's beautiful. It's really wonderful. So that's reason number one. Reason number two: it's a lot less hassle than flying. Driving, maybe not. If you enjoy driving, I would say if you don't mind dealing with congestion sometimes and tolls or whatever, fine. But flying to me is not only a pain in the butt. I just find it just incredibly anxiety inducing. I mean, I will fly, but I'm not going to lie, I do have a bit of a phobia. So with flying, you have to go through security, you get patted down, you have to take your shoes off. You usually have to be at the airport 2 to 3 hours before takeoff. And it really takes the enjoyment out of flying, in my opinion. And with train travel, this may be a plus or a minus depending on how you look at it. There's virtually no security. Nobody pats you down. Nobody goes through your suitcases. You don't have to go through a metal detector. None of that. Sometimes some stations may have drug dogs and police officers kind of sniffing around to see if anybody's trying to, bring some stuff on the train. But as a whole, you board the train, you get in a line, you show the conductor your ticket, you're done. You sit down. No muss, no fuss. So that's really great in my opinion. Reason number three why train travel is awesome. It's environmentally friendly. It's actually the most environmentally friendly way to travel. Cruise ships, huge toll on the environment, incredibly not good for the environment. Some planes have carbon free or carbon reduced emissions or something like that. So they tout themselves as more environmentally friendly, some airlines, but I don't really think they are. Obviously, cars use up a lot of fuel, buses as well, less than certainly the other modes of transportation. But with a train, it's massive. You might have 300 passengers on board taking one trip. So therefore, you're helping the environment by taking a train. And reason number four, you get to meet tons of awesome people. If you're a people person and you like to chat, or you just like to observe, you like to eavesdrop, kind of like I do, you meet people from all over. You might meet Amish people, you might meet, people traveling from other countries, moms, dads, families, students, what have you. It's a really awesome way to meet just really diverse, cool people. And a lot of them are very travel minded. Some of them are big rail fans, have been traveling for 50 years. And if you get a room or a roomette rather than a coach seat and you have access to the dining car, you can meet people that way too. Basically, you have to, you're seated together. So if you're an introvert and you hate it, you may want to take your meals in your room. But if you like talking to people, if you like meeting people, that's also a great way to meet people. Also, observation car is awesome, snack bar is fun. Yeah, it's just a really good way to get out there and meet people. And reason number five, it sometimes can be cheaper than other modes of transportation. Now, I want to say sometimes because if you get a roomette or a family bedroom, those tend to be quite costly. Sometimes roomettes, you can maybe bid up on one if you purchase an Amtrak fare and coach seats. Sometimes you may be able to find a deal. If you get a coach seat, chances are depending on the time of year you go, you can really probably snag a pretty good deal. For example, you could potentially travel from Los Angeles to Chicago and back for maybe, I would say, $400. Now, depending on the flight prices, it may be more, it may be less. So sometimes, yes, it can be cheaper. It really depends on the time of year you go. Depends on where you go. Depends on the demand for the destination. And oftentimes, winter is a great time to go, especially to the East Coast, sometimes the West Coast, stuff like that. So check the Amtrak.com website. Chances are you can maybe save money on train fares. It depends. So I'm not going to say it's always cheaper, but sometimes it can be. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely going to follow up with some more solo train travel tips and travel tips across the USA for solo travelers. So I hope you have a wonderful day and thanks for watching. Bye for now.